We are Smooth Jazz Notes speaking with keyboardist Gregg Karukas. Gregg, your new CD has been very well received. GK debuted on Billboard's Contemporary Jazz chart at number 6. Please tell us a little bit about it.
Well, every time I release a new CD, you wait and see what people think of it, because my music, nobody hears it except for my wife, my kids, and not even the record label until it's done and I'm happy with it. And so we wait for the pressings to be done and for it to be released to the masses. And it's very cool because these days, with iTunes and all of the chat groups and Facebook and whatever and my website, people are emailing within 24 hours of when their CD is released, and they're putting up reviews on iTunes. And that's the coolest thing. That's what, kind of means the most to me, to get the instant feedback from people that, they've got a few of my other CDs and they've been waiting for a new one. And then it's really gratifying to get, the responses from normal people.
Well, the reviews have been very positive on Amazon and iTunes. They've all been very, very positive. So you're really into the melodies and the grooves, we noticed. Can you tell us a little bit about how you write?
Well, yeah, since I was very young and first got into music, it was the melodic aspect that really turned me on the most. And, we're going back to the Beatles, and also my parents had Antonio Carlos Jobim records, which pretty much everybody in the 60s had Jobim records. He was very popular at that time, bossa nova. And I didn't really seriously listen to it, but there was something about the melodic content and, of course, that Brazilian vibe that must have stuck with me, because these days that's really what I gravitate towards. And, I consider myself a composer first, more than, I don't really want to be known as a hot piano player, although I've definitely paid dues and worked a lot on my playing. But it's really the melodies that are going to last. I think the songs are really what means the most.
Well, you have a lot of great guests on this CD. Can you tell us about some of them?
Yeah, well, it's really great to be associated with so many great musicians. And through touring and playing all-star concerts with all these guys, we end up playing on each other's projects. And so I was happy to have Rick Braun play on a couple songs. And, of course, Ricardo Silveira, who's a Brazilian guitarist, he's been on almost every one of my CDs. We have a relationship going way back to 1989, I think it is, or somewhere back then. And I actually played in his group. And it was funny, we were just at Thornton Winery playing a show with Peter White. And people were telling me, oh, it's the 22nd year of the Thornton anniversary. And I'm thinking, I played one of the very first Thornton shows with Ricardo Silveira that long ago. And it was before the place was really even built. It was really just on a field with a stage and chairs set up.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, Ricardo Silveira and Jessie J, of course, who I've been working with and writing with. I wrote her current single, Tropical Rain, which we ended up co-writing. I brought in the song, and Paul Brown and Jessie and I tweaked it, and she came up with a really nice melody idea. So that was a natural to get Paul over to play, and Jessie. And Russ Freeman. This is the very first time I got Russ to play on one of my CDs. I've been doing some work with him on the last couple of Rippington's projects, starting with that 20th anniversary project that they put out, where I did a couple tracks for that, and the new one as well. So it was really nice. I did a long distance thing with Russ, where I sent him the tracks, and he did his guitar part in his studio, and then he would email me what he did, and I would listen to it, and I'd go, yeah, I love this part, I love that part. Maybe in this part, change it, or play along with me, play a unison on this section. So he went back in and tweaked it, and then sent it back to me. And that's kind of how it works. these days with the internet.
Well, do you have a favorite song?
Oh, that's a hard one. You know, people ask me that a lot, and I can't come up with a favorite song on any CD, much less a favorite song out of all my CDs. There's probably, 4 songs that are my favorites. And different people tell me different things, and that's a cool thing, because people will just latch on to one particular song and say, this is the one, that's the best for me. And somebody else will say something completely different.
I had 3 favorite songs on this CD.
Well, that's cool. You're allowed 3.
So, yeah, I was very pleased. I like Manhattan, I like Napa Road, and I like Mesa Moon.
Oh, cool.
So those are my 3 favorites. You play with your own band as well as a sideman for many well-known smooth jazz artists. Who are you playing with now?
Well, now I've been playing a lot lately with Peter White, and that's been a ton of fun. And we get to play at least one of my songs in the show. And we're getting ready to go to England to do about 2 weeks worth of shows. And this will be my first time in England. I've been doing some shows with Rick Braun, of course, over the years. And when he was busy doing the Jazz Attack show last year, we didn't do too many, but I have a feeling we're going to do a lot more in the next year. And of course, anything here, an all-star thing here or there. We got something coming up with Eric Darius, and just finished doing something with Jakeem Joyner and Breckenridge Festival. That was fun. So all these opportunities to play with different guys, we're all doing it a lot more now. And it's always fun because we play different music and they get to play on my songs and I get to hear, a different interpretation of my normal songs.
You have played many of the most renowned festivals and venues. Which ones are your favorites?
Well, certainly going to Hawaii to do the Dolphin Days All-Star Festival has been a ton of fun. We did it the last 3 years with Michael Paulo, who organizes it. And he's been playing in my band, and we've been doing all sorts of all-star things together. So it's a natural fit. And this year, because of the recession, they didn't have it, but we're hoping that they're going to continue it and bring it back next year. It's a fantastic event, and the place, the Waikoloa Village Resort, is really something. It's like Hawaiian Disneyland with dolphins jumping and swimming and jumping out of the water everywhere.